As you guys know, this Saturday we had the Loki update, and I'm not gonna lie, it did not turn out too well, and caused a lot of people in the Discord server to go crazy, partially because one, the update was kind of trash. The Loki style itself was like 0.0115. I'm pretty sure it was actually rarer than this. They buffed the odds, but I'm gonna get into that later. And then when you finally actually got Loki, he was kind of just lackluster and garbage. Like, obviously he is brain dead, but like when it comes to his effects, his awakening, everything about him, it just seemed really low effort. And honestly, a lot of people, including myself, thought that the Blue Lock Rivals developers could do a whole lot better, because I'm not gonna lie, the game's quality has decreased so much. From being the game that initially set the standard for Blue Lock games to now being below the standard that it initially set is honestly just one of the craziest downfalls. Alright chat, we're on the Blue Lock Rivals Discord server, and the very first change is DIB Kura, who I'm pretty sure is another person that works at Do Big Studios. He's actually the new head of lead for community relations. He is Miro's replacement, or he's basically just going to be overlooking the community stuff. Like, Miro is still a part of the project and he's still on the developer team, and he did not sell the game, so like a lot of people were talking about that. Just to clarify, Miro is still like in the development team. Alright, the next thing they posted was a Q&A form, so let me go ahead and open this. This has like nothing special in it. Basically, for their next Q&A video, which I'm guessing they're going to be doing soon in order to just like all the problems with BLR, you can just ask any questions you want. Alright, below the Q&A form we have another two codes, which is Lucky 7 and Care Package. I'm guessing this is because a lot of people were complaining about there not being enough codes, and obviously Loki is like the rarest style in game, so it doesn't make sense to give less lucky spins when you release a style that's like 100 times rarer than anything else that we've ever seen. So yeah. Alright, the rest of this isn't too important. You guys have probably already seen this, so I'm just going to skip over that. But another really key important thing that I should probably highlight is to stop harassing question helpers and staff. I'm pretty sure like most people on the BLR teams, like the moderators, the administrators, and like, you know, helpers and whatnot, they don't have any authority over the game. Like, if the devs decide to release like an update and they decide to give like 5 codes, like a moderator isn't going to be able to control that. So obviously, you know, you shouldn't harass them, and you shouldn't harass the devs either. Like, you know, they're trying their best, or at least they're trying to like improve the game, because I'm not gonna lie, bro, with the amount of resources Do Big Studios and Blue Lock Rivals has, like, that update should not have been that shit. But like, this is a good direction because they are actually trying to like improve the game, which is better than a lot of other developers, I will say. All right, aside from that, the main thing I want to talk about is the polls. So Kura yesterday at 5 p.m. did like a bunch of these, so I'm going to go over all of these and how they'll affect the game. So first off, we obviously, what do you want to see most in the game right now? Refreshes, small to medium changes / updates. So I'm basically guessing most people want to see older characters get refreshed and made slightly better, and I can honestly agree with that, because like seeing a new broken character get released every single update is so annoying. I think a big aspect where like a game like, for example, let's say Azure Lash shines over BLR is the fact that you could use like trash characters or like trash rarity characters, so like commons or rares, and still beat people with like the best styles. Granted, I have seen some stuff in that game that's like a little bit questionable, but like compared to BLR, it's nothing. So we're probably gonna see characters like, alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I could not think of a single character off the top of my head. Alright, so I can see a few characters that need reworks. First off, we got my boy Shido. I'm not gonna lie, Shido has not gotten anything new in a long ass time. I feel like they need to like actually give him a proper refresh. Harusu for sure, he has like a copy and paste weaker version of Dalrenzo's move, which I feel like should get changed. I'm not gonna lie, Nagi needs some new stuff as well, like especially for the caliber of a character he is. Or like Loki, they might just release like a Nell Nagi, but like base Nagi still needs some touch-ups. And then alright, for rares we got Isagi, and I think Isagi definitely needs like a refresh, especially compared to like the other rares like Chigiri and Ikaguri. He's like completely garbage. There's no reason to be using him, I'm not gonna lie. Especially other games like, for example, Goldbound, which is what I'm on right now, like they did Isagi right. Like low-key, I've seen some sweaty comp players, like comp testers, because obviously the game's not out, but I've seen some sweaty people actually use Isagi and do well with him. For example, his direct shot, you can actually aim it actually has power. Then he gets off the ball movements, which is really basic but really good as well, because it allows you to steal the ball and allows you to, you know, just gain distance. They did add a new slide. A lot of people are having a positive opinion about this. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I did not notice a single difference with it, but yeah, I think it's fine. And the old characters to rework / refresh is going to be Nagi. Obviously most people want to see this. I wouldn't be shocked if they did like Nell Nagi again, like I said before. At the same time, they did say they want to focus on smaller updates and more refreshes, so it's very likely that we'll just see a slight Nagi buff instead of Nell Nagi, but like who knows. Like bro, they need to do Shido right. Like I don't like, how does this only have 2% votes, bro? Like when was the last time they ever gave Shido anything, bro? I might just be a Shido Blazer though, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, now we're in the Basketball Rivals Discord server, and I'm not gonna lie guys, Chrollo did something a little bit interesting. Yesterday at 1 a.m, so like a day after the Loki update incident, Chrollo released a code for Basketball Rivals called Do Better M, and also Basketball Zero, not Basketball Rivals. It used to be called Basketball Zero, so like technically I'm not wrong. But yeah, so a lot of people were theorizing this, and on Chrollo's like official TikTok, like his main one, he got like 931k followers. It's connected to his Discord profile. He started interacting with basically like a bunch of posts going over like POV. I called her prime blue lock rivals instead of perfect. He reposted it and he commented on this. All right, here's this one where he basically talks about Chrollo planning something huge. Pause. I don't want to completely take his content because obviously it's kind of wrong. But yeah, he reposted this as well. Oh shit, damn, he's been sneak dissing, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. He reposted this. Miro updated. I miss Chrollo. I'm guessing this is also BLR. Yeah, this is another BLR video. I don't want to like fully play this in my video because obviously, this is this guy Hawkins content. Obviously, check all these guys out as well. He commented on this. But yeah, he's basically commented and interacted with a ton of different TikToks promoting like old BLR and talking about how like Miro's updates are kind of buns. So a lot of people are theorizing that this is something that'll cause Chrollo to come back. So like in order for Chrollo to come back, either he would need to like rebuy the game, or like Miro's team or like Do Big Studios would need to let him and his company come back and like work with them. I'm not 100% sure how they have like their agreement made, because I'm guessing Chrollo just like fully sold the game to them because obviously he's not involved in anything. So it's possible, but like if I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys, I don't think he's coming back, bro. Like it would just be too hard to pull off. Like this is not me saying I don't want him to come back, because like to be honest, like I would like this game to not die. Like as you guys know, this is one of the main games that I grew my audience on. Another thing that kind of discourages the theory of Chrollo coming back is a while back Chrollo made an announcement in his YouTube channel that he was leaving Basketball Zero. I also made a video on that, but basically he left Basketball Zero because he had too much on his plate. He was working on too many games. So I feel like adding BLR to that list, it just wouldn't work out. At the same time, we can still have hope, bro. The game isn't completely fried. Like this update, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, it was kind of garbage. I'm gonna be honest. Obvious that Miro's team and like DIB Kura, for example, are actively trying to communicate with the community and see what everybody wants for the game. So I think there isn't like a complete loss of hope. Like there's still a slight chance. And like if Chrollo comes back, or like what's it called, like Do Big Studios or whatever, like ask Chrollo to come back, then even better. Comment below what you guys think is gonna happen. I'm gonna be honest, as of this point, like literally anything could happen. There's like so much different possibilities. All we really have is to just wait till like next week and see what they drop, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day and see you.